Oh, Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless then got into it again. It's habitual. It's habitual, America. Maybe y'all just not noticing it, but that boy Skip Bayless stay disrespecting this man.
Stay disrespecting.
You can go look it up. Go on YouTube, type in Skip and Shannon heated compilation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that done chopped them up. This is not new.
No.
Okay. This may have been the worst one.
I think this is the worst one.
It may have been the worst one.
I think it is. I'll put my name on that one. I think it is. I'll say it is.
So we gotta talk about it then. We're gonna talk about it. All right. But before we do, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to, go ahead and join the channel officially. You know what I'm talking about? This is Put It On Some. I am your homeboy first. That is my brother, Tim G. Jacob, the honorable one. You understand me? T, I don't understand.
I do, but go ahead.
How this rich Hall of Fame cockstrong motherfucker Shannon Sharpe voluntarily allows this little white man to keep disrespecting him like this. I don't get it. But America, if you missed it, okay, if you missed it, Shannon Sharpe, Skip Bayless had one of the most popular debate shows in the game. If I'm not, it's probably number 2 in the game behind First Take of ESPN. Okay, but they do good in the ratings. Okay,
yeah.
Skip Bayless is a renowned sports journalist. Yep. Some may call him an infamous sports journalist, depending on if you talk to T.O., he's not gonna call him a renowned sports journalist. But,
no.
Okay. But he's been doing his thing since the 70s. When he really used to cover sports, write articles for papers. He's written books, most famously written books on the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so he's done that. Yeah. He came to national fame for real on First Take, which was his show, and then he, the one that chose Stephen A. Smith to be there with him, and then him and Stephen A. Smith, they made that show what it was.
Went from cold pizza to First Take.
Exactly.
Cold pizza to First Take, and then driving the debate thing to a whole nother level. So
right. He left ESPN, went to FS1 for a bigger bag. Like they just giving him the bag and just giving him all kind of creative control. And he handpicked a guy who had, done some little spot duties over there on First Take with him. A guy who, during his playing days, was the tight end of the 1990s. Okay? How you currently think about Shannon Sharpe, Travis Kelce, that was Shannon Sharpe. See, who else gonna be the tight end of the 90s? Don't play now. Who else? You gonna holler Ben Coates or some shit? Jay Novacek, Brent Jones?
Maybe Tony was.
Yeah, that's after. Yeah,
Tony was after that. So yeah. I got to think about Tony. Tony been gone, so it been so long. It's just
he 2000.
He 2000 though.
We talking 1990. This boy Hill got him 2 bowls in the 90s as the leading receiver for the Denver Broncos. Then went to Baltimore Ravens. Was on the 2000 Ravens. And we know they were all about defense, but they had a running game and they had him to make at least one big play. Yep. Okay. He was that motherfucker back then.
Yeah, he was cool.
So he liked that. But he also has the gift of gab. He used to talk hella shit when he played.
He did.
And it's crazy, though. The media loves to talk down on these players when they talk a lot of shit as players.
Yep.
But then when they retire, they hire them.
Yep. You can name them. They
did it with Shannon. They talked about Prime. Steve Smith.
Michael
Irvin. Your boy Richard Sherman.
Yep.
Like, what? That's a whole nother thing.
Yep.
So Skip Bayless, when he went to FS1, handpicked Shannon Sharpe say, I want you to do this show with me.
Yep.
And they've done well.
Yep.
They've done well. A lot of people who don't even remember Shannon Sharpe as a football player have become fans of Shannon Sharpe. Okay. Shannon Sharpe also used to be on CBS.
Yeah.
A lot of folks don't remember that at all.
He used to do NFL Network too, if I remember right.
This show has made him into quote unquote Unc.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now you got this dynamic. But America, it's a handful of things that set Skip Bayless off and make him say disrespectful shit to this man. One is Baker Mayfield. Yeah. America, if you watch Skip and Shannon, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's probably the only show in America that routinely talks about motherfucking Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Basically every day. Okay.
Yep.
They get into it about that. LeBron James can sometimes set them off. Okay. Sometimes. Not all the time. But if you really want to piss Skip Bayless off and have him say some disrespectful shit to Shannon Sharpe, you bring up them Dallas Cowboys.
And the greatest living American, as they call him.
And Skip would say, Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, Jr.
Yep.
Now, America, as we taping this on a Sunday, December 18th.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys just lost in heartbreaking fashion earlier today. Okay. Shout out to our brother Ray Caesar Leo. God bless. We love you. Okay. And Tom Brady and them lost to the Cincinnati Bengals, and Tom had numerous turnovers in that game.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare y'all real ones now. Because it seems like a lot of folks were offended by what Skip said to Shannon when they got into it about Tom Brady. And Skip accused Shannon of being jealous of Tom Brady because Tom has been able to play for so long. That's not the first time he said it to him, by the way.
Well,
Shannon Sharpe got animated, tried to let that man know, look, I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Skip said so. Shannon took his glasses off. Skip Bayless told that man, put your glasses back on.
Mm-hmm.
That made folks feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharpe hit the man basically where you would defend that. You would throw shots at me to defend this man. Skip Bayless like, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, look. So I'm telling y'all, America, that man Cowboys lost today. Tom Brady lost today.
It's going to be good Monday.
He might call that man a boy tomorrow.
He
might call that boy a boy. He might call that man the N-word. He might.
It's gonna be interesting.
I
tell you, I'll make a prediction, and I know this may not hit the airwaves until then, but I'll make a prediction. I guarantee you, Shannon will not be able to start out the A block of that show and finish what he's got to say. He's gonna have to give his time over to Skip. Guarantee it.
Oh, we booked that?
He's gonna start. I booked that.
Book it.
He's gonna start out the show saying what he feels like went wrong with Tom or Cowboy, however it starts.
They're gonna start the Cowboy. You know they're gonna start the Cowboy.
That's true. They're gonna start the Cowboy.
They're gonna start the Cowboy.
He gonna talk about it, and then next thing you know, Skip gonna run hot about something he said in the first 3 minutes. And Shannon gonna be like, don't just forget it. Go ahead.
Tay, I done seen that happen so many times. That when the Cowboys lose or something go on with Tom Brady, what you just said, that's what usually happens.
Yes, sir.
Skip won't let that man finish. I was watching one time, Shannon trying to get his point across. That boy Skip Bayless over there.
Yep.
He doing all that.
During the man trying to talk.
And then when Shannon be like, go ahead, Skip, just go ahead. That man I had audacity to call Shannon Sharpe childish.
Yeah.
So like America, this is not the first time that this stuff is happening. You can call a grown man that done got it out the mud. Now his brother went to the NFL as well, true enough. But by all accounts, and when I say all accounts, I've only heard his account and his brother's account. So by their account, they come from dirt poor poverty.
Yeah.
And through their athletic gifts, and hard work,
Yep.
they made a way for themselves.
Yep.
So I would feel some type of way if a motherfucker called me childish.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't. Yeah, I'm too fucking grown for you to call me childish.
Absolutely.
Okay, but that's the type of shit that be happening on this show. Now, its ratings go. Its ratings go because it's a debate show.
Yeah.
But y'all know nobody want to hear no fucking. They don't want no presidential debate. They don't want decorum. They want fireworks. They want what you get in your fucking barbershop. And we all know now with the shit we see them do, it really ain't shit to some old head getting drunk and goddamn going at it about the shit. We gonna be 100. But the whole dynamic that they shoot for T with the white man, black man,
yeah.
maybe. So then when you have the argument, when that happens, it can get a little the optics of it kind of,
Well, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. But and to be honest with you, I like for it to go a little bit further.
All right, boy. Oh,
Just to be clearly honest with you, I like for it to go a step further. I like for Shannon to come up out the chair, come around the side of the table, and just put his finger up to his head and say something to him.
He ain't gonna do that.
I know, but I'm just saying,
But see, I got a question. It's the third eye now again. I got two questions, really.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. This first. There was another big ass motherfucker in Hollywood. Black man. Let this white man emasculate him, basically. Grab his nuts or some shit at some party. His name is Terry Crews. Y'all remember this incident in America? Y'all remember how y'all got out on this man to talk about why he let that man do him like that? But he was like, he did it because he knew if he would have turned up on that little white man, this dude was powerful in Hollywood and that would have fucked up his money. Now, a lot of y'all got out on him and like, he still should have done something. A lot of y'all ain't got that same energy for Shannon Sharpe right now. I saw a whole lot of folks, especially these folks with these check marks by their name. They coming and really, coming to bat for Shannon. Like they got to defend his honor type of shit. I ain't saying Shannon should have whooped Skip Bayless' ass. I'm just saying, if we going to keep it 100, if Terry Crews should have done something, shouldn't at least Shannon cuss him out or not showing up for work?
Yeah, the next day. Yeah.
Like if it's reached that point where, because I just don't see how he needs Skip Bayless at this point.
He don't.
I just don't see it. How he can't have, goddamn it, what we doing right now, he can have 1 million subscribers overnight.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. 1 million subscribers overnight. And I'm not talking about the Club Shay Shay shit, because that got an FS1 tie-in too. I'm talking about some, I don't know, Le Portier Productions or something named after his grandma. He don't need nobody.
Right.
He ain't got to deal. That's why I say he voluntarily.
Yeah.
Letting this little man get out on him like that.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And the thing that I'm just wondering is, how much longer we gonna do this? Because as long as Tom Brady, and then even after Tom Brady retires, I mean, you still got to deal with the Cowboys stuff, and maybe it tames down after that. Maybe Tom Brady is just a tipping point. So with the Cowboys,
he always gonna get how about the Cowboys?
He will, but it's like it's different when it comes to Tom Brady though, because Tom can never screw up.
Tom gets him hot too. That's true. Both of them.
Tom never can screw up.
Them the topics that get him hot.
The play of Tom is never critiqued how it should be critiqued by Skip Bayless. There's always, by his eye and how he looks at things. Well, Tom did nothing wrong.
Don't you gotta believe that Shannon Sharpe thinks that John Elway is better than Tom Brady? Like that's your guy. You gotta be some level of bias. And
probably
his arm is stronger than Tom Brady's. He was more mobile than Tom Brady.
Probably
he been to hella Super Bowls. A lot of folks argue that them first Super Bowls was like shit, he the one that drugged their ass there
Yeah,
almost.
he
You know what
pulled
I'm
him.
talking about?
Yeah, he pretty much pulled him there when he
And
played
then,
us.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then finally when he gets some guys with him, I mean, he go back to back.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
don't you think he probably, you know, if you get him drunk off camera, he'll probably say, "Man, John got that boy."
He probably wouldn't even say it without the drink. I mean, with the drink, he probably would say it without it. I mean, you
Right.
know, because it's just I could see his point. With I mean,
Mhm.
Elway was slick, athletic. Now, I mean, you know, in his heyday, he could move.
Mhm.
You know, they didn't run a lot of that type of stuff back then. You know, because he was just so good in the pocket. But Elway, and he was tough. He was super tough.
He's a
I
real
mean,
athlete. I mean, what
he
baseball
was a
player and
baseball,
everything, all this shit.
player and everything. Yeah. So yeah.
And you know, and that's the guy you won 2 Super Bowl with. So I think deep down he probably think that too. And
Absolutely.
so some of that kind of goes into it. Now, the other question I had was this. Now he talked about how Jackson State supporters should just be, you know, supportive and happy about Deion Sanders and everything
Okay.
because of the light that he was able to shine on Jack State.
Okay.
Well, some may say he should just be happy, you know, and thankful to Skip, you know, and that, you know, the shit that Skip puts him through comes with the territory
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, wasn't nobody checking for him like that no more. He wasn't nobody Uncle Shay Shay
Mm-hmm.
until he got on this Undisputed show.
Yeah.
He was Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe. Don't
Yep.
get me fucking wrong with that. He
Yeah.
was Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe. He was good for a quotable, but he was not this media darling and Uncle Shay Shay and folks quoting him and all this other shit
Yeah.
until Skip Bayless picked him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is he supposed to just accept the bullshit from Skip Bayless because of the light that Skip has shown on him? I would say no, but I'm just using other motherfuckers' logic. His logic, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's the way he approaches the job every day. I mean, I guess that's just something he knows it to be, and maybe Shannon just is like, you know, I like Skip until we get to this point here where we're talking about Tom, and then it's like, all right, now you Skip, you know, you're running me hot now. I mean, I think he knows that comes with the territory because I guess he's looking at it like, okay, I got to do was it 2.5 hour show with this man every day, and yeah, I just got to do 2.5 hours with this man every day.
And he already know that. He tweeted something today that make you think maybe it's all cap because he already know that he gonna say some shit tomorrow about the Cowboys and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And as we said, if we know it, he should know it. His partner
Yeah.
ain't like that shit.
Yeah.
And it is gonna go south. Now, maybe it got a little overboard last time. Maybe they kind of know, okay, if we do these topics, it's gonna make us argue, and that's what we want to do, argue for the rating.
Mm-hmm.
But seemed like he had got a little real that T.
This past one.
Seemed like Shannon was actually upset. Seemed that. If not, that some bitch need to be in Hollywood. Fuck being on that set. He need to be over there acting.
That's true. I personally think I felt like it was real in just replaying it. I didn't watch it in real time, but it felt real. And I think he was basically saying, you know, yo, like you badmouth me behind this man, and I'm the one sitting across from me on this seat every day, giving the critique that you want me to give. Like the show would be boring if he sounded just like Skip. So at least you got a guy that knows the game, knows the X's and O's, understands what could happen.
But T, that motherfucker think he know the game more than Shannon because of what your coach Bill Walsh and Jimmy Johnson didn't taught him. And Shannon Sharpe be like, motherfucker, I actually ran that damn route. The route we talking about, like, okay, it was another show that he disrespected him. Dak threw a pick. I think CD Lamb ran a route and did not cross the safety's face. Went behind the safety. Safety got the pick. Shannon said that pick right there is on CD Lamb. But since Dak has asked for that money, Skip Bayless been anti-Dak.
Mm-hmm.
So if Dak fuck up, like Dak finna catch hell tomorrow. I already know it.
Right.
Because wasn't that a pick six they
It was a
ended the
pick
shit?
six. It was pick six that
So
ended the game against the Jags today.
he finna call for Cooper Rush. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he about to call for Cooper Rush. So it was a situation like that. And Skip didn't want to hear it.
Mm-mm.
And Shannon Sharpe trying to tell him, man, look, I ran them damn routes.
Yeah.
I know what you're supposed to do right there. You gotta cross it because your quarterback is throwing on timing. Your quarterback is expecting you to be in this spot, and so he's just gonna release it. So you got to do your goddamn job and get in front of him.
Nope.
Skip Bayless wasn't trying to hear none of that shit.
Nope.
So it'd be all this little shit like you questioning this football intellect. Like, what you doing?
I do think a lot of it is the fact that Skip in his mind is the god of sports journalism. And so in his mind, from his 50 plus years of doing this, he's seen more than Shannon. He's talked to more people than Shannon. He's through osmosis, he is just a way better critic of sports, of the game, especially, let's just talk football, than Shannon Sharpe, who only played, I think, 12 seasons or something like that.
But like, even with that, how the fuck you gonna compare a tight end's longevity to a quarterback, knowing all the rules are geared toward protecting the quarterback?
Exactly.
So, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but he gonna cake for Tom Brady.
Yep.
Because he tried to go for a liberal white man. He tried to go for that. Lil Wayne. I'm cool with Lil Wayne and Nelly and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of white brothers of that age, they grew up on the white quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to.
Yeah.
That's what they can relate to.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I get it. Black folk gave a fuck about Tiger Woods and golf because he's black.
Yeah.
We love Serena Williams and shit like that. Black. We get it. Okay? But god damn, you gonna sit up here and disrespect the man that you make money with.
Because he knows his bag is good. His bag ain't gonna move.
Shannon Sharpe couldn't be me, Jack.
And then Skip mind, he probably feels like, hey, this man needs me.
That's how he feel. Very condescending.
This man needs me. So, I mean, that's why he told him to put his glasses back on. He's like, hey, man, you need me. I'm the one that got you Club Shay Shay. I'm the one that, in his mind.
T. Before Shannon Sharpe said this fuck shit about Jacksonians, I was watching that shit every day in terms of on YouTube. Okay. So I've seen all the little condescending shit. He done got at this man about his Twitter followers. Because I think he still got more Twitter followers, even though Shannon Sharpe is an NFL Hall of Famer. Skip Bayless was over there on the Worldwide Leader of Sports, ESPN. So when you on now and you the number one show, he ran up some numbers. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
But he says he no longer looks at mentions or comments, anything like that. So he accuses Shannon Sharpe of looking at that shit because he needs validation. And I don't need validation. You need them to tell you whether you're right or wrong. This the kind of shit he regularly says to this man. And his NFL Hall of Fame, this big, strong, rich motherfucker. Let's not forget, he's rich. So don't sit up here and tell us, well, wouldn't you do this for some money? And he already rich, motherfucker. Yeah. And he already got stature. He can go make his own business. Okay. So that's the kind of mess I'm trying to get across the real ones so you can impart these kind of things on your kids. Be a man. Stand firm and be a fucking man. We can have our own shit and we ain't got to take shit off motherfuckers, man. If we have our own shit.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a position. It's so fucked up when you see some of our own who are in a position to be totally independent, but then they turn out to be subservient, get disrespected, get dropped, get all this kind of shit, and then they get left like what? Now, Kanye should have got his ass dropped because he on some fuck shit, okay? Right. But let's say he wasn't on no fuck shit. Why did you need Adidas in the first place?
Right.
If you rich as fuck, why you can't go make a fucking factory and manufacture your own shit? We don't be thinking like this.
Well,
like Shannon Sharpe does not need Skip Bayless anymore. He does not need that motherfucker.
I don't think so.
So I'm not finna sit up here and feel sorry for this man for letting that man disrespect him like that. He voluntarily doing that shit. I had one instance of that, something similar to that happening in my career when I was an educator. If y'all fuck with me for real ones, y'all know this. I know my brother knows it. That my last year as an educator, which was year 10 for me, they were trying to get me to move up to be a principal. Talked to the superintendent. He shook my hand, all that kind of stuff. They made me administrative intern. So one of my duties was I had the opportunity to go to like a principal's meeting. The administrator at the time, he wanted to go to a football game. So he missed the meeting. I went to the meeting in his place. He wanted me to take good notes. Okay. The superintendent, white man, I was the first one there. I'm there before all the principals in the district. I see the man. He come across. I speak to him. He don't speak. I said, okay, motherfucker. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay. We go into the meeting. I'm back there on my computer because I'm getting ready. I'm trying to make sure I get good notes to report to my administrator. Now the superintendent spots me, comes back there, want to speak. I speak, but I keep on working. This motherfucker looks at me and says, stand up. Now, T already know me. So I stand up and I'm like, this motherfucker. And I looked at him, we talked. I sat down, and that was the day I knew I wasn't coming back. I had been thinking about it. I've been going back and forth. I thought about Malcolm X talking about the house Negro versus the field Negro. And up until that point, I'm thinking I'm some field Negro. That I'm some bad motherfucker. And I ain't taking shit off nobody. But then I started thinking, you sitting up here and you scared to leave this classroom because you scared of losing the guaranteed paycheck every month. You know you catching hell. You know you're overworked and underpaid, but you love this guaranteed check. And so you scared. So I said, you know what? You slick a house Negro. Because the house Negro still being disrespected, but they like the comfort.
Right.
So they didn't want to run away. So I had already been thinking about that shit. I already was questioning the lack of First Amendment privileges that I had because they tried to muzzle me. But that day,
right,
once I left that meeting, I called my wife and said, I'm not coming back.
Yeah. That
sealed the deal. And I am not already rich like Shannon Sharpe is.
Right.
I'm having to build all my businesses from scratch. I'm telling you, America, that motherfucker did a separate channel tomorrow that ain't got shit to do with FS1. Give it a week, he got 1 million subscribers.
Absolutely.
But he don't want to do that.
Absolutely.
That's part of the reason why he ain't got no problem with his homeboy Prime making the movie he made.
Yeah.
Because that's just what they do.
Yeah.
Terry Crews, all these folks. They like, I'm going to put up with the bullshit from these folks because they pay well. And they make my life easier.
Yeah.
But at some point, man, where the fuck your manhood and your integrity come in at?
Yeah. I don't believe he could have got away with that with Steve Smith, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know if Steve would deal with that. Now, Steve might not put hands on it.
I would hope he wouldn't.
But
because it's habitual. Again, America, go look up. Go type them on YouTube. You'll see we ain't playing.
Yeah.
It's habitual.
Yeah, he tries to minimize everything that Shannon Sharpe has done in his career. And the fact that this man is it's like, why would he be jealous of this guy? And this guy
he plays position.
Exactly. He just critiques his play. I mean, and he has every right to. He's qualified to say that.
That man sit up there and calls guys like Gronk and Kelsey better than him.
Yep.
Like if he gonna be jealous of somebody, you might say he'd be jealous of these guys who play in this all these pass first offenses. He
Mhm.
played in a run first offense.
Yep. Shannon was uber athletic.
Okay,
So
America, all the shit you seeing from my brother's team, San Francisco 49ers, led by Kyle Shanahan. Shannon Sharpe played for Kyle Shanahan's daddy.
yep.
Okay. Now I don't know if he didn't really have all the misdirection, but
Yeah.
that whole zone blocking shit,
Yeah.
you could insert a back. I'm not taking anything away from Terrell Davis. He was incredible for that little brief moment. But you remember, T, for a hot second there in Denver,
he was getting Cleveland Gary. He was getting Mike
insert,
Anderson.
insert back.
I mean, you was getting
And they about to go.
Yep. Everybody was eating.
And that's the kind of offense Shannon Sharpe played in. So when you compare his numbers to Travis, if you Shannon Sharpe, if he was on some hating shit, he might say, Travis Kelce ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
If I was in that offense. Tony Gonzalez, all these boys, he might say, bruh.
If I had the number of targets that he had, because he didn't have that many targets. Run first offense.
No.
He didn't have many targets. But he was gonna be open. If he got open over that seam, it ball coming.
Seam
route. He finna do work.
He killing that shit.
He finna do work.
Killing that shit. But he ain't hating on them dudes.
Nope.
But
he realizes and respects the era he played in, and he know that was just the era.
But he getting accused of hating on the quarterback.
Yeah. That's just what we got. Man. Hey man. Skip's been crazy since the Tebow stuff took off. I mean, you name it. And
was his this condescending to Stephen A? That I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been so long. I'm not sure.
I had to check it out. Let us know real one.
Now you know he feels some type of way because he feel after remember they had the little thing that came out.
They had a little beef,
and they had a little beef and all that. And I don't even know. Did Stephen A even address that?
He addressed it on one of them pods.
Okay,
one of them pods. But see, they didn't chopped it up. They didn't met face to face.
Well, they going to. They going to. You expect that from them too.
Well, they call each other brothers.
Oh yeah.
But see, I ain't never heard him say Shannon Sharpe is brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But
it's just interesting, man. I think this is what Skip wanted. Skip wanted a guy that is a former. Cause I think he feels like it was just too easy with Stephen A. I mean, in his mind, you talking two sports journalists, really, really great at what they did. In his mind, he's like, I want to take on the guy that does it on the field every day.
Mm-hmm.
I think he finds that more important, and he felt like Shannon was the right guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine what it would look like if him and Mike Irvin was together. That'd be crazy. Or, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of another guy. If he tried Ryan Clark, I don't think it would last long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think Ryan gonna put up with the bull. Ryan's a lot better. Ryan to me would give Skip hell, and Shannon gives Skip hell.
That motherfucker done won every debate I've ever seen them engage in.
Yeah.
Even when he wrong.
Yeah.
Like he's wrong about LeBron. LeBron's not the greatest player of all time.
Right.
But when he's making his points against Skip, he be whooping Skip ass.
Yep. But Skip just, like I said, by osmosis and being around the facilities and stuff, he's much more better suited to speak on these things. And he knows ball better. Jalen Rose calls him a culture vulture, so
But we letting them do it.
Nobody's stay with that.
Forcing Shannon Sharpe take his black ass on that show.
Nope.
He voluntarily going up there, and he'll be there in the morning. Yeah. By the time they drop, they would have already had it out. So
3 minutes in, he won't be able to. He won't get 3 minutes in. I'm gonna clock it. I'm gonna put my timer on. As soon as Shannon starts speaking, I'm gonna put my timer on. He gets 3 minutes. That's as much as I'll give him.
Well, that's what it is. America, y'all chime in, tell us what y'all think about Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe getting into it again.
Yeah.
Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?